This adventure is probably going to be a lesson in frustration. Starting out, last video I released was me fixing the deck on this mower. Well, going into the garage over there to fit it in the garage so I can get to it with the welder nice on the floor and have this all sit on the flush floor. The pipe didn't clear the garage door, and to try to extract the top half of this pipe didn't. Where did it go? There it is. Which is screwed on with 3 screws. Well, trying to get this one out of here, guess what happened? Yeah. Since this is an, I don't know, 87 to 89, I think, or something like that, this tractor. So that screw has been in there for a really long time. And it was non-cooperative. Or is it uncooperative? Well, however, it was being a bitch. Right there. And she snapped. Now the rest of them look kind of grody too, but they came out. I'm going to see, I bet you this is going to, I would lay money that this is going to be, you know, metric, which I don't have a lot of. But first I'm going to see if I can't get this out of here, which what do you think the odds are? I have one easy out, kind of a square jammy. See if I can find it. That's around that size. I don't know if there's any more. These things are extremely hard, and I don't have a lot of luck with them. One, because I'm not the most patient person in the world. And two, because generally when you get down to something this size, drilling it, you need kind of a small bit, and I don't have much luck with those either. But I'm going to try this and see what happens. I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall on my ass, but you never know till you get there, or don't get there. You know what I mean. So, let me get the up close glasses. Let's see if I can get a dimple in this thing. Well, at least that looks flat enough. Wow, you hear these carpenter bees? They are just chewing the hell out of my poor garage. No. Yeah. And that had about no effect. Let me get a hammer. I got a punch. We'll see if we can that'll work on it. I have no clue what thread these things are. They look like some kind of bizarre shit. Yeah, see, that ain't doing much either. What I ended up doing is bending that pipe a little bit. All right. What I'm going to try for is to see if I can get this drill now to center on that and drill that stud out of there, or that screw. I don't know. Jeez. Let me double check this. This drill bit seems kind of big. We ain't leaving much tolerance, I'll tell you that. For me not to be dead centered. Okay, I'm going to use a smaller one. And hope she don't break. Well, that don't look good. Not at all. But we're going to try her anyway. Can I get the super duper industrial strength vice grips? We ain't working with much there for meat on that thing. Yep. Nope. Rotten bitch. Okay. I can fix it. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll see if I can get some Tek screws and run Tek screws in all the way around. But first I got to get a pipe on this and push this back out. She's dimpled a little bit from where I tapped her with the punch. See how she's got a little sway to her? So I'll get back in here, get this straightened out a little bit, and then might leave that the way it is. I may chew out that hole a little bit to the left because she's not quite centered. I don't know, I'll have to see. I'll put the thing back on it and find out what it is and see what size these are. See if I have Tek screws that'll bite into these. I'd reuse, if, never mind, maybe I will reuse or see if I can find ones that'll actually screw into these threads. That's what I'll do. I'll see if I have for these two, and then this one I'll put a Tek screw in because that's chewed out and I'm not going to, it's starting to separate from the pipe here, and I'm not going to mess with it until that breaks loose, and then whatever, and then what will I do then? I have to braze something on there. Okay, I'll bring you back. You just got to tap this back out a little bit. Got a piece of pipe here, piece of aluminum pipe. Shouldn't take much to get that kind of round. Okay. Now I'm going to use this Tek screw to see if I can't drill that in there. I got heads that are almost identical. I found two screws that'll match the threads on the other side. I'll bring those other ones around here in a second. Right. The Tek screw worked. Okay, let me go get the bolt. Now here, take a look. There's the tech screw, and there's the machine screw. See the heads? Hardly be able to tell the difference. It's cosmetics. Yeah. Now hopefully this will hold this on here. What way do I need her? That way. Whoa. I wonder if you should put anti-seize on these or not. Yeah, whatever. And this way they got, it'll take a wrench. The other ones were screws, and the heads were, well, you know how screws act once they're rusted in place. The heads like to wash out when you try to, they were Phillips or whatever the Japanese equivalent of Phillips is. I forget what it's called. Slow it down. Nope. And do that. And we just touch that in there. Make sure she's sitting down on her tight. Not too much. Okay. 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 Now we're back in business. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to tell hardly. Oh, there's a little bit of gap in there, but that don't make any difference. Hell. One smokestack reapplied. And let me show you here. Yeah. See, this is what came out of that. These things are pretty wallowed out and rusty as shit. I guess I'm all rocking and rolling, ready to go mow the lawn. I mean, I mowed before, but I still got some yet to mow. And now I won't have to worry about the pipe coming loose, I hope. Thanks for watching.